Loki just went from good to better. Hello, One Piece enthusiasts. I'm the One Piece nerd. Today, let's talk about One Piece chapter 1137. And, well, what can I say? You expect Oda to reveal a secret. He reveals a secret and layers another one on top of it. I mean, that's just the regular life of a One Piece fan. At this point, to be completely frank with every one of you, I wouldn't be shocked if there turns out to be another mystery when we find the One Piece. Like, there's another layer of mystery beyond the One Piece, and after the final chapter, so that we could, theorize about it for the rest of our lives, and so that YouTubers like us don't go out of business. Now, before we move on, make sure to like and subscribe. It helps the channel a lot. Now that you have, let's begin. So, Nami, Zoro, and Luffy are looking for the keys to unlock Loki, and well, I'm a bit surprised that Nami is onto this as well. I'm not exactly sure why she's on board. I understand Zoro's perspective. Zoro respects Luffy and understands Luffy's agenda, and he wants to trust Luffy's judgment. Now, this is something I didn't think about when I first read Loki and Luffy's interaction. Look, remember, the last time we were talking about evil people and Luffy being betrayed, we were talking about law. Yeah, Luffy cannot predict that every one of his team members or his alliance would be good people. AKA, it happened in Wano with Kanjuro, or whatever his name was. And Luffy did not see that coming. But when it comes to a direct alliance and a confrontation, we remember he was being questioned about law and he said he was okay with it. And you gotta know, Luffy's intuition about another person is very strong. Now, if Loki were to be that bad as it has been said throughout Elbaff and the legends and whatever we know thus far, Luffy wouldn't be doing this. Luffy would know good to bad. The time he met Blackbeard, knew something was off. The day he met Law, he knew it was good. And his interaction with the people around him, the first impressions that everyone set up is definitely not the last, but Luffy gets a pretty good idea of who that person is. Now, aside from the whole emotional perspective of Luffy, because Luffy is emotional, the whole deal with Shanks, knowing about Shanks and his whereabouts, and Luffy going all crazy about it after 3 years of journey, 2.5 years of journey, understandably so, but Luffy wouldn't do this to just random anyone. And I believe that Luffy's haki's gotten stronger and he can read people's intentions. So, and now with this chapter, especially this chapter, the hint of the fact that the God's Knights are here to recruit Loki. Last chapter, I presume that they're here to recruit Loki because of his devil fruit, and that is 100% true. But I think they have another agenda. Loki was the one who destroyed the world government's only source of connecting to the giants, and the last panel is basically about how the Gorosei are planning to launch an all-out attack, or a change of tactic probably means reinforcements to Elbaff to conquer the giants, because the giants have conquered the Grand Line or the New World centuries ago, and of course the world government would want to overthrow that. The giants, of course, as we know, are still very strong and still isolated from the rest of the world. The world government's fascination with the giants have been a reoccurring theme for the last 500 or so chapters of One Piece, and I don't think this will stop. And the fact that it goes down to their only source of hope, that was King Herald, is now gone, and the only way to make an alliance with the giants is through force. And I think that's what they're planning. So Loki, just as I said, had a conflict of interest with King Herald. King Herald wanted Elbaff where it was connected to the rest of the world, kind of like the Fishman. But Loki was against it because Loki does not like the world government. Now, there is more depth to Loki than we think. I would expect a lot more for his character depth and his reasonings as to why he fought against King Harold, why he is against the world government, why his father was so different than he is, what happened particularly that got Loki to go against the world government, where the other giants were against him, which, from what we've heard rumors of Elbaff, is very weird. Now, I've watched a few minutes of Joy Boy's video, Joy Boy Theory video, and, well, he said that the Giants are weird. The Giants are definitely weird. From the rumors we've heard, the Giants are against the world government, and now that we get into it, the Giants actually were in favor of King Harold, and are against Loki because Loki went against King Harold, and he hates the world government. And now that the world government is here, we're basically like 100% sure that Loki's never going to join them. He's basically like Luffy. And the fact that he's so adamant to go against the world government and him wanting to liberate the world, I'm sure he knows a lot more about Joy Boy and the lore of Nika and the world government's rule, that he chose that title for himself for a logical cause, not just because he wanted to. I know I'm going off on the same route as Kaido did, and then we know what disappointment that turned out to be because Kaido had no depth whatsoever. But I'm sure that Oda has been planning Loki for a very long time, and I think he has a good base set. I'm expecting a lot more from Loki, and this is turning out to be one hell of a character. Now, to end the video, let's talk about Shamrock, and, well, yeah, theory correct. Yes, congratulations, people, we got it. We got one theory right. But, yeah, I think I was a little too late on the train. Should have committed to it earlier, but my brain cells did not process it well enough. But, yes, Shamrock is here, and even though it's not confirmed, he is definitely Shanks' older brother, or twin brother, or whatever you might call it. Yes, they are brothers, and this is about to be very interesting. Now, I also want to comment on Loki's haki, because remember, Gunko has the arrow fruit, which basically shows the direction or trajectory of her attacks. Loki just predicted 3 or 4 of her moves just in front of her. I think it just goes to show his level of haki, and yeah, he's definitely strong. Taking down 100 guards and the king himself and being locked up because of an emperor, yeah, he's definitely strong. And trust me, if he wasn't under the Sea Prism Stone, I think it would have been a much different story. And to finish it off, as I was expecting, the Giants have a very weird hierarchy when it comes to their socio-political structure, and I'm starting to like where this is going, where already we're seeing conflicts between people, even the king, marrying from a different land. And we have no idea what the different land means. It could probably mean that the realms are divided and the king was only supposed to marry someone from the realm of heaven and not below, but he did exactly that. And I think that was the reason why Hajruddin was always looked down upon because of his mom. And of course it will add more depth into the social political structure of the Giants, and if Luffy does end up rescuing Loki, and we might end up knowing the true story sooner or later, but the chaos that will consume Elbaff with the release of Loki and the arrival of the Holy Knights, I think Elbaff is turning out to be one chaotic of an arc, and this is going to be massive. That's it for the video, guys. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to like and subscribe. Have a great day, and peace.